Coming up on today's show, I'm going to tell you why the New York Giants should trade Russell Wilson to the Cincinnati Bengals after they received the news that Joe Burrow is going to be out for the next 3 months of the NFL season. Before I share my opinion, I want you to get down in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Would you trade Russell Wilson to the Cincinnati Bengals? Type T for trade, type K for keep. You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. My name is Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. I wish I woke up and it was Victory Monday. Instead, I woke up even more upset about the way the New York Giants choked that game away. That's the word I have come to. Choked. The Giants, they choked. Good teams find ways to win. Bad teams find ways to lose. And the New York Giants have been the worst team in the National Football League record-wise since 2017. We'll be live on the channel later today talking about the game, but I thought this was an important topic. The Cincinnati Bengals sit at 2-0 on the season. Joe Burrow is out for the next 3 months. He has to undergo surgery on his foot, and I think Russell Wilson would be the perfect option for them. The first question you got to ask yourself is, do the Bengals even want Russell Wilson on their football team? I don't think this is because they don't think Russell Wilson is all that good or that Russ wouldn't be the guy. I think it's more so that they actually like Jake Browning as insurance for Joe Burrow, which is something that I just don't really understand all that much. Yes, the Bengals were able to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars yesterday, but Browning was not good. Threw for 241 yards, completed 65% of his passes. We'll take that from a backup quarterback. Threw 2 touchdowns, but he threw not 1, not 2, not 3 interceptions. And with the moves that the Cincinnati Bengals made this offseason, cashing out Jamar Chase, paying T. Higgins, and giving that new and improved deal to Hendrickson off the edge, they cannot afford to punt this season away. And if you think Jake Browning is going to lead you to the playoffs, I've got beachfront property in Oklahoma that I could sell you as well. Russell Wilson played his tail off yesterday for the New York Giants. He was awesome. He answered the bell every single time. That was one of the best fourth quarters of NFL action that we have seen in recent memory. And Russ was the driving force behind it. Every single time the Cowboys jockeyed and took that lead, there was Russ making a play. Gave his team the lead twice under 3 minutes. One time under 2:50. Another time under 30 seconds. And the big bad New York Giants defense that everyone talked about, myself included, could not get the job done. And I think Russell Wilson would be a perfect quarterback for the Bengals. He could still uncork it. He could still get the ball to talented receivers. And with the Bengals sitting at 2-0, they cannot afford to move forward with Jake Browning. I don't care what the feeling is inside the Cincinnati Bengals office. I don't care what they think about him in the front office. Russell Wilson is much better than Jake Browning. And he does what the Bengals need. Throw the ball down the field, get the ball to Jamar Chase, get the ball to T. Higgins, and let the money makers go and make the money. Russell Wilson in week 2 for the New York Giants was 7 for 11, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns, and just 1 interception on throws of more than 20-plus yards. Russell Wilson still has that moon ball in his back pocket. And when you have weapons like the Cincinnati Bengals do, a Jamar Chase, the player I think is the best wide receiver in the National Football League. I think T. Higgins is a top 5 wide receiver 2 and would be a wide receiver 1 for about 18 teams in this league. Are you just going to waste another year of their prime? You just gave them both major contract extensions. You have to continue to try to win games if you are the Bengals. And you're not trying all that hard if Jake Browning is your quarterback. Can the New York Giants find a way to get a 4th-round pick for Russ? Would it be a 5th-round pick from the Bengals going to the New York Giants? I didn't even look up what picks the Bengals have, so let me look at that real quick. The Bengals have a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So, yeah, they've got the ammunition to do it. Maybe a trade could look something like this. The New York Giants receive a 2026 5th-round pick, and the Cincinnati Bengals receive Russell Wilson. I don't hate it. The Giants are a team that doesn't have the most draft capital in the world. The Bengals are a team without a quarterback that has a lot of talent, and they're 2-0 at the top of the AFC North. Would you make this trade? If the Bengals called you up and you were sitting in the seat of Joe Shane and they said, hey, we'll give you a 5th-round pick for Russie. Bring him on down. Would you make the move? Type A for accept. Type D for decline. I want to hear from all of the real ones down in the comment section. I also want to give you guys the inside info as this New York Giants polo continues to be on sale. The sale isn't as good as it once was. It was 50% off, 50+% off. Still a major deal, though. It was $55. Now it's $29. Get your shirt, get your polo. Chatsports.com/NYG polo. That's an easy accept for me. I would trade Russell Wilson to the Cincinnati Bengals for a 5th-round pick. I'd love to get a 4th-round pick, obviously, but if the best offer the Bengals send your way is a 5th, I would do it. You still have Jaxson Dart. You still have Jameis Winston. There's clearly trust in Jaxson Dart. You put him into the game in a lot of pressure-filled situations. I get it, to only hand the football off yesterday, but you had enough confidence in him to get the job done. And Brian Dable said it after the game. The reason they did it, we didn't have anything going in the run game. And we wanted to play 11-on-11 football, which tells me the Giants believe Jaxson Dart gives them a competitive advantage on the ground as an athlete. So your team might get a little bit better then. Give Dart the rock, and let's go. Your butts are on the hot seat, Brian Dable. Your butt is on the hot seat, Joe Shane. You traded up in the 1st round for a quarterback. You're 0-2 for the 7th time in the last 9 years, for the 10th time in the last 13 years. We know what this means. 2007 Eli Manning's not walking through that door, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you needed to hear that while you're sipping your coffee. I don't care if the 07 Giants went 0-2. That's not this football team. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know. The season is what it is at this point. It's about developing Dart and getting ready for the future and getting an answer to if Brian Dable and Joe Shane are the right men for this job. This isn't a knock against Russell Wilson. This is actually a kudos. You played your butt off yesterday, Russ. You had 2 plays that I know you wish you had back in overtime. I'm not going to say that's why the Giants lost the game, but it's a reason why they lost the game. But the reason they were in the game is because of you. And you may have revived your career. You may have let 31 other teams know this guy might still be able to be a starting quarterback. And there could be a team in the AFC North that's 2-0 with their star quarterback out for the remainder of the year that needs a boost. Like, is Russell Wilson leading the Giants to the playoffs? Is the plan now to have Russell Wilson be the starting quarterback for the New York Giants for the remainder of the season? I don't think so. I hope not. He was awesome yesterday, but you still lost. And there's a chance that we look up in 6 weeks from now and the Dallas Cowboys are 2-5. Like, I don't think that Dallas Cowboys team is that good. I don't think that Washington Commanders team is that good. And then you get a hungry, motivated 0-3 Chiefs coming to MetLife for the season opener on Sunday Night Football. Is Patrick Mahomes going to fall to 0-3? Then you got the Chargers, who look pretty damn good. Saints have been competitive. Then you got the Eagles, Broncos, and Eagles. The schedule doesn't get any easier. Like, it's time to move on, in my opinion. But you got to have the Bengals accept the trade. Again, this isn't me saying Russell Wilson was bad, they need to trade him. It's actually quite the opposite. Russell Wilson was so good yesterday, I think the Giants can turn that 1-year contract into an asset that can help them down the road. Like, is the plan we're not playing Dart this year now? Because Russ had a great game yesterday. Wasn't that the plan when you brought Russell Wilson in to play good and hold it down until the season was essentially over and then give it to Jaxson Dart. Russ played well. 0-2. Here we are. Trade him, get a pick, and let Dart spin it. That's where we're at. That's where I'm at. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think this team's winning the Super Bowl. I don't think this team's making the playoffs. So let's do what's best for the Giants. Let's think down the road. Turn a 1-year contract at a quarterback spot into a future pick and unleash the guy you traded up for. And you still have Jameis Winston. If the Bengals want Jameis, you can trade him too. You still have Jameis as QB2 this year and next year. I think it makes a lot of sense for the Giants. The Bengals will just have to ask themselves if it makes sense for them. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate everybody for making this video a part of your day. We'll be live early in the afternoon here on New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. So if you want more content, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button if you can. Give me a follow on social media.